Hello, welcome back. I am Chef Jake, and today we're gonna do some cooking, cooking in quarantine. We can't host it, but we can post it. And today I'm gonna prepare a braised swordfish Neapolitan in the style of Naples, Italy, which means the inclusion of maybe capers, olives, tomatoes. So what I'm gonna do, go ahead here, I'm gonna cut the swordfish. So this is about 1 pound loin here. So we're gonna get 4 slices out of a 1 pound loin, and I have 2 loins here. So just kind of think about like a loin of ahi tuna, maybe beef, tenderloin. It's a very meaty fish. It's great quality. So I'm gonna go ahead is I'm gonna cut this right in half once, and I'm gonna get about 1 inch slice, or maybe a 1.5 inch slice here, about 4 ounces each. It's beautiful meat here. Go ahead and cut this in half, then half again. And then we're gonna go ahead and dredge this in a little seasoned flour. So I have a half cup of seasoned flour over here. And of course I have a little Chef John's signature seasoning in there as well. Chloe back here filming. And then we have Chef John over here.
Hey Jake.
Making sure
Oh, you're making swordfish? Oh, man.
Yeah, I know you like swordfish.
Love the swordfish. Right on, man. Right on, man.
So, a little all-purpose seasoned flour. So we're going to go ahead and lightly dredge this. After, you want to make sure to just kind of shake off that excess flour. You don't really need too much, or it gets a little gummy while cooking. Make sure oil's nice and hot.
Now, Jake, is there any bones here in the swordfish?
I mean, there could be, but they're already all taken out, so.
Yeah. Now, usually swordfish is a steak cut, we call it. Right? So, just like ahi tuna, you wouldn't normally find bones in that. Think of beef tenderloin again, like Jake mentioned earlier. You don't think of bones in a beef tenderloin, but same idea. Swordfish, usually there's no bones in it. Nothing like, say, a whitefish or a trout or something like that. Salmon, something like that. So, swordfish, very clean, right? No bones at all here that you have to worry about. And just nice meaty fish, great flavor. We see this a lot in the East Coast, swordfish, and this is a great preparation Jake's going to do here for us. It's, these quick sear here that we're going to have here in 100% olive oil, Chef?
Yep, 100% olive oil. So I have a 1/4 cup in my 12-inch saute pan. You want to make sure the oil is nice and hot. There's a couple ways you can tell it's hot. You'll see a little ripple action maybe in your oil. The viscosity kind of changes. It gets a little thinner on you. It's on a stick. Or you can also use the back of a wooden spoon and kind of, the bubbles will form around the edge of the spoon there. So I want to make sure it's not too hot. But you still want to have that nice steam coming off the cold product of the fish. Look at that nice noise. I'm going to turn it up a little bit here. It's nice to have a little flour on your hand so you don't burn yourself in the hot oil.
Music right there. Good sound like, Jake.
Sounds like an audience, maybe at like a rock concert. Everyone's screaming, applauding, getting all excited. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and sear these about 2 minutes per side. You want a nice golden brown color on the fish. Eventually we're gonna braise this in a liquid in the oven. So you just wanna get that nice color on both sides. We're not gonna be fully cooking in the pan, just getting a nice, beautiful, rich color. Now I'm gonna go ahead and clean up here. A little dirty. Alright, so we're just turning over now after the 2 minutes. So they're a nice golden brown color. You can see the first one I flipped over. So I have my fish spatula and my tongs here. My 2 utensils here. Safety first. Alright, these are looking beautiful.
Oh, they look great. Proper tool for the proper job. You know that, Chloe, right?
Yes, Chef.
Right on,
Got
man.
that right.
That's the color you're looking for, right, Chef?
Yep, nice golden brown color.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, we're going to be braising this in the oven for about 15 minutes. And our sauce we're going to create here after this.
You can't get this out of the street, no way.
So about another minute and a half, 2 minutes. Then we're going to take them out of the pan, put them on the sheet pan over here, let them rest, let them cool down.
Nice.
And then we're going to work on our sauce mixture. So I already went ahead and chopped up 1 whole pepper. So I did half a red pepper, half a yellow pepper. And then I have about 2.5 celery stalks here. We're going to use 3. I have 1 to kind of show you where we're going to go ahead with that. And then an onion. So these are all about 1/4 inch slices here. You want to keep them nice and even so they cook down properly all together. So we have celery here, so stock celery. Chef's knife. So we're going to cut the celery on the bias. So it's an elongated cut on an angle. So we kind of keep that shape with the pepper and whatnot so they're all kind of uniform together. So you want to start at the tip of the knife. You want to get your thumb and index finger up on the blade here. And you want that nice forward motion. You want to go forward with that knife. Bring it back, go forward again. So about a 1/4 inch slice. That's about another half stalk, maybe 3 stalks. So go ahead and add that back into the pan with the peppers and onions. So we have tomatoes here. Have a little Kalamata olives. You can use any olive you prefer. Capers, garlic, red chili pepper flake, a little sugar. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to use tomatoes here. So we're gonna be adding about a cup of wine, cup of stock, so you don't really need all this tomato juice in there. You don't need the seeds. So just gonna go ahead and squeeze a little of that juice out, nice and lightly. After that, we're gonna take them. We're gonna slice them. Eventually, we're gonna have a small dice here. Time I get done with this, we should have our swordfish pulled out here. That's our tomatoes. So I'm going to go ahead and add those back in. The other 2 I had ready. Make 3. So we have 4 diced tomatoes here, small dice. Go ahead and wash my hands off with tomato juice.
So we go ahead and pull our swordfish out here.
See how we're doing. Be a little gentle. You don't want to, beat up your swordfish. Why it's nice to have a little fish spatula. It's a little offset to help get underneath the product. And these are looking beautiful.
They look great, too. Good job, Chef.
Make sure it looks good, nice and lined up here.
Oh, you look good, you cook good.
You got it, Chef.
Chef Jake knows that. Chloe knows that. Yeah.
Alright. We have some nice, pan drippings from the swordfish here. A little flour left in there. Will kind of help thicken our sauce out eventually here. You don't want to waste all this goodness on the bottom of the pan.
Fond? Is that the fond?
Yes, chef. So we have our celery, peppers, onions. So we're gonna go ahead and add that. Then I have 3 tablespoons of chopped garlic. I have a little olive oil in there as well, extra virgin olive oil. So 3 tablespoons and 3 cloves of garlic. So this is gonna take about 5 minutes to break down. I'm actually gonna use a lid to cover this up here. So it creates a little bit more steam in the pan. Actually to mix up a little more. All right, it's smelling good.
It's great. Look at those colors.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and cover that for 5 minutes. Let the vegetables break down. And then we will be adding the rest of our ingredients. All right, so our vegetables are nice cooked down.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. That's
Looking
nice.
beautiful. Next step, we're gonna deglaze the pan with 1 cup of dry white wine.
Oh, what would Julia put in there? A bottle, maybe?
Probably.
Julia Child? Oh, you're a chef?
So this is gonna help clean up the bottom of our pan here. Get all the goodies on the bottom here.
Oh, that's nice. What did you say your music was, Jake?
Well, I mean, I really like, Johnny Cash and country music, so.
Oh, I hear Johnny Cash right there. I thought that was a ring of fire. Right there, when you run around that pan.
This is Folsom Prison right here when he was singing.
Oh, Folsom Prison, right on, man.
All the prisoners are cheering him on.
That was a little ring of fire right there, dude.
So we're gonna go ahead
Nice,
and
chef.
scrape the bottom of the pan to get all the goodies off.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, yeah.
Man, that's going to create your braising liquid. Yeah, chef?
Yeah, chef.
Oh, that's
Oh,
nice.
look at this beautiful color here. So we're gonna go ahead and cook the wine out for 5 minutes. So it should be nice and reduced by about a half.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're gonna be adding our capers. So I have 2 tablespoons of capers, half cup of Kalamata olives, quartered, sliced in half. After that, then I have a pinch of sugar, 4 diced tomatoes, small dice, and then a half teaspoon of red chili pepper flake.
Oh, that's nice.
And then eventually we'll be adding some stock here. So you can use a seafood stock. We're using a chicken stock today. So we have a cup of stock here. You can also do, a vegetarian stock. Whatever you prefer. Oh, this is gonna be beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful colors. There you go. I see spring in there, for sure. Right, close.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so we went ahead and reduced the wine in our pan, and now we're gonna add the rest of the ingredients. So, diced tomatoes, Kalamata olives, capers, sugar, red chili pepper flake, and then our 1 cup chicken stock. We're gonna go ahead and mix this all together. It's gonna be even more beautiful.
Beautiful colors, right there.
Just gonna cook this down for another couple minutes. And then we're gonna add our swordfish back in, baste them up with a little compote here. And then we're gonna put it in the oven to braise it. Next we're gonna put the swordfish in, baste it a little bit, and then put it in the oven. You see that beautiful compote? So again, start with 4 here, put a little compote on top, and I'll put the other 4 in. that juice on there. And then we're gonna add our final 4 pieces.
Right out, chef. Mm-hmm.
And then we're gonna throw it in the oven. Maybe about 10-15 minutes. It's gonna reduce down. Then we're gonna eventually serve that on top of a little saffron basmati rice. All right, so our swordfish is ready to be pulled out of the oven. It's been about 10 minutes here. It's looking beautiful. Those beautiful colors.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice, chef.
All right, so I have our saffron basmati rice already cooked here. It's very fragrant, beautiful rice. So we're gonna take a ramekin full. This might be about half a cup per ramekin here. About 2 cups of rice here. Go ahead and pack the ramekin. You want to pack it too tight, but just enough to where it kind of holds together for you. And we're gonna go ahead and have our bowl here. We're gonna go ahead and invert the rice. Try not to make a mess everywhere. We have our beautiful saffron rice.
Wow.
Now we're gonna take a piece of our braised Neapolitan swordfish. And we're gonna go ahead and lay that right on top of the saffron basmati rice. We're gonna take some of these beautiful vegetables and broth and ladle that right over the top here. Try not to make a mess like I just did. Spoonful of vegetables, go around the edge there. Clean up. And there you have it. Beautiful braised swordfish. Napoleon.